What's going on, Dolphins fans, Chiefs fans? Jan 716 Agent Sports back here again. And today, want to quickly recap the Dolphins going against the Kansas City Chiefs. Of course, arguably Patrick Mahomes' worst performance of the season, and yet the Kansas City Chiefs were still able to go into Miami, pull away with the victory. Four turnovers by Patrick Mahomes, the first time in his career he's thrown three interceptions, and he still throws for almost 400 yards. And the Chiefs show why they're the best team right now in the NFL. With the Dolphins losing this football game, the Buffalo Bills are. I think they have a 2.5 games lead right now because they just won against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're 10-3 now, so the Dolphins got a lot of catching up to do. They really can't afford to have another loss at this point, especially if the Buffalo Bills continue to win. They want that Week 17 matchup very, very badly. I feel like this was definitely a huge opportunity for the Dolphins to definitely try to uh, close that gap a little bit further to the Buffalo Bills. But of course, they did the best they could. It just wasn't enough for the Kansas City Chiefs. But yeah, talking about Patrick Mahomes, man, definitely his worst performance. Especially what he was able to do in the first half. I mean, he was. I mean, let's give some credit to the Dolphins. That front seven, man. I mean, they were able to have a lot of exotic blitz packages. Their defensive line, most importantly, were able to affect Patrick Mahomes. Their linebacking core was able to affect Patrick Mahomes a lot. I mean, we've seen Patrick Mahomes going backwards 30 yards, and you have Jerome Baker going in there making a sack. Right, Shaq Lawson's out there making plays. Christian Wilkins out there making plays. I mean, so we got to give a lot of credit to that Dolphins defense. We got to give a lot of credit to the Dolphins defensive coordinator for coming up with a really really good game plan and coming up with a pretty good game plan to stop Mahomes. Now it didn't last because then all of a sudden the Chiefs kind of just went off despite all the turnovers by Patrick Mahomes, but the Chiefs completely just went off. Primarily in the third quarter. The third quarter was just a dominant showing by the Kansas City Chiefs. They completely dominated that quarter. I mean, Tyreek Hill out there, and Tyreek Hill had a really really good day as well, showing why he's arguably the best receiver right now in football. But the way Tyreek Hill was today, Travis Kelce showing why he's the best tight end right now in the game. Just a physical mismatch. Another 100 and I think 140, 30, 40 something yard performance. We was able to see Sammy Watkins go out there and make plays. Miko Hardman go out there and on punt return and have a punt return for a touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his presence was shown definitely in the receiving game as well. So these Chiefs playmakers, despite Patrick Mahomes, and again, he did not have the best protection tonight. I'm not going to blame it all on Mahomes because he did not have the best protection today. Again, we got to give a lot of credit to that Dolphins defense. But yeah, despite the Kansas City Chiefs, despite Patrick Mahomes' arguably his worst performance of the year, the playmakers are just too much, man. They're just way too much. Again, Sammy Watkins, Miko Hartman, Demarcus Robinson, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Damian Williams. I mean, it's too much, especially with that. It's way too damn much. And then you got to flip it over to the defensive side of the ball. I mean, let's give some credit to that Chiefs defense. I mean, they balled out. They balled out primarily in the third quarter. I mean, Chris Jones out there making plays. Tyrann Mathieu was able to get an interception. We was able to see Frank Clark. Frank Clark's spin move on that one tackle was disgusting. I mean, Jesus Christ. But Frank Clark out there getting plays. I mean, we were just able to see that Chiefs front seven go out there and ball the hell out in the third quarter, just dominating and putting on that constant pressure on Tua Tagovailoa and that Miami Dolphins offensive line. I mean, their first round tackle couldn't do a damn thing in this football game. He got the Dolphins' first round tackle. I forgot what his name is, but he just got completely demolished in this football game. And again, you take away some of the things like Tua Tagovailoa taking that safety. You take away the interception, which was pretty much Tua Tagovailoa he just didn't have enough strength on the ball because the receiver definitely beat that Chiefs defender. Just didn't have enough strength in that ball. But you think about those couple of scenarios, and who knows, because the Dolphins were hot in the fourth quarter, with Patrick Mahomes, with Xavier Howard making an Odell Beckham Jr. catch. And then obviously it was the spark plug ever since then. The Dolphins were just extremely hot ever since. The Dolphins was kind of rejuvenated and they played great once again. But just a couple of scenarios that the Dolphins wish they could have had, primarily the safety and the interception. You kind of take those things away, and who knows? It's the Chiefs. The Chiefs could have won this game. So a lot of people had the feeling that the Chiefs can go up there and upset them. I mean, you're playing at home. They play really really well at home. The Chiefs, they didn't struggle per se, but last week was not a prototypical Kansas City type of performance. So everyone thought that, yeah, the Dolphins can catch them sleeping, and they almost did. I mean, for the most part, again, you look at Patrick Mahomes' performance overall today, and then you look at how the Dolphins came back primarily in the fourth quarter. Yeah, they almost did. They almost did. Kind of got them there, but. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean the Patrick Mahomes and that coaching staff and that entire team overall, it's the most balanced team right now in the league because they can run the football, they can throw the football, they can rush the quarterback, they can play well against the run at times. You look at the back end of their secondary is really really nice. I mean, just unreal. I mean, every week when every time when I have the opportunity to talk about the Chiefs, I'm just like, damn. It's like, what can you really say, man? It's just the best team in football. But yeah, that's all I have to say about this game, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button, share the video, and also subscribe. Especially if you want more NFL weekly content on this channel, which I will definitely be providing. Especially when it comes to my weekly recaps. Love doing weekly recaps and just talking about the game with you guys. So yeah, definitely comment below so we can definitely engage. We can hash it out there. But yeah, Chiefs fans, yeah, Dolphins fans, let me know how you guys feel. Once again, we'll hash it out there. So yep, last time, Jensen 16, aka Gent Sports. Have a good night. Peace.